All right, so today I want to talk to you about why it is that your business feels like it's on life support. There's a lot of anxiety sometimes that you feel about your business because it seems like you're just spinning wheels and you're not going anywhere. You're not getting to that next level in your business that you want to see. You've heard all of the good things about what a freight brokerage can be, or if you're a truck driver, how you can run a successful trucking business. But if you take a look at what is happening, the real deal, what's happening in your business on a day in and day out basis over the last 2, 3, or 4 years, you're not seeing this manifest. So you're probably starting to doubt whether or not it can actually happen. The question is, can you make it happen? Certainly, it can happen, but can you make it happen for yourself in your business? That's the question that you have to answer. What's tied to that? Yes, you can make it happen if you're willing to do certain things. People think that it's about just doing things, being busy. But you can do a lot of things and be very busy, but not get the results that you want because you're not doing the right things. We have to channel our effort in the right direction, doing the right things so that we can get the results that we want. The right thing in a business, in a freight brokerage business specifically, is strengthening your customer base. If you don't have a diverse customer base, as a freight broker, you have a problem. And I don't mean necessarily that it's a problem in the beginning, because if you have just a small customer base in the beginning, things are going well, freight is flowing, there's not a problem. You can make it, $100,000 with one customer. So when the money is flowing, when the freight is flowing, everything is cool. But you're going to hit one of those points where freight gets interrupted. And when freight is interrupted, that's when your skills come into play. How well can you interact and engage with customers? How well can you service customers? How well can you sell your service? And a lot of people don't want to do that hard work of engaging and interacting with customers, so they have a weak customer base. And it's just a matter of time before you get exposed. And then when the freight stops, or is interrupted, your business will be interrupted. So I want to talk to you today about the thing that you need to really concentrate and focus your attention on as a freight broker, and that is your customer base. Your customer base is like the blood in your veins. Without the blood in the veins, there's no life. Without customers, there's no life in your business. So you are responsible for interacting and engaging with customers as often as necessary. No, you're not going to do it all the time, because some of the time you're going to be using to service the customers that you have. But you have to pick and choose the times where you are committed to engaging and interacting with customers. Customer acquisition. Because if you don't acquire customers, you don't acquire new life, new business, then your business will die. So focus on interacting and engaging with customers. Now, why is it that people don't interact and engage with customers? Well, because they don't always get yeses when they call. It's not as easy as just picking up the phone and saying, hey, this is Brandon over the Lines Logistics. We were giving you a call today to find out if we could help move some of your FTL or your LTL freight. It's not as simple as that. We have to build relationships with shippers, and it's not just a one call and hey, now the shipper is ready to work with me. Not all the time. So we have to hone in on the service. What do you do? What is it that you offer? What value does that offer bring to your customer? How can you package that so that it makes sense and they can see the value in it and they want to work with you? How can you differentiate yourself from other brokers that are calling, other truckers that are calling? Focus on your messaging. Talking about what it is that you can do as far as your service. What does it do? See, it is not a whole lot of things that you just make up. You take a look at your capability as a brokerage. You have a TMS system, right? You have digital capabilities, some of you. Some of you have track and trace capability. You can give pinpoint locations where trucks are at all times so your customers can have freight visibility. Some of you have situations where you can offer LTL loads at a discount. So there are different things, different services that you provide. Some of you have an FTL service that you can count on. You can always get trucks, even in those most challenging lanes. So you need to package that, articulate that so they can see the value of what it is that you're offering, connect with them and they will do business with you, right? But if you just sit back and think that customers are going to somehow find you, then that's a game that I wouldn't suggest that you play. That's a game that's going to cost you in the long run, right? It's not about just sitting back after you have gotten customers. It's about continuing to get new life, new business into your business, because at some point, those customers are going to fall by the side. I don't care how much business you're doing with them right now. At some point, the dynamics will change. Not because you did anything wrong, but because you have freight interruption sometimes. So we have to make sure that we have a diverse customer base. And that boils down to interacting and engaging with customers on a regular basis. That's what you really have to pay attention to as a brokerage, as a truck driver. You don't want to just work with one broker. You want to have different brokers that you're working with, because something could happen with that broker and he doesn't have the same type of freight that he was having, or the quantity of freight that he had. And now your freight volumes are suffering. So it just makes sense to have some different irons in the fire, different customers. So you want to focus on interacting with your customers. And the main thing that I would say pay attention to is your service, packaging it in a way, having a specific message, and being willing to go through the process over and over and over again, because you're not going to just call people and they just say yes just because you offer your service. So that's what I wanted you to focus on today: customer acquisition, interacting and engaging with your customers, and continue to do that. Going through the process gets you to or closer to the results that you want. If you just sit back and you think that it's just going to happen because you want it to happen, you have a long, long wait, and you're probably not going to see the progress that you want. As a matter of fact, I can pretty much guarantee you that. Have a great day. Have a great rest of your week. If you're interested in learning more about the freight broker business, I'll leave a free link in the description box. It'll give you access to my 5-video series. It's titled How the Load Movement Process Works. It brings you into the office with me and you can watch me move loads. I talk to shippers and carriers. That way you can see how the business works before you come into it. And then if you're interested in going out and getting your own load board, I'm going to also leave a free link in the description box where you can click that link and it'll give you 1 month free on what I believe is the best load board in the business. It's TRUCKSTOP. I've been using it now for the last 9 years. Very satisfied, and would recommend it to freight brokers and truck drivers. Have a great day. Have a great rest of your week. See you at the top, because the bottom, as you already know, is way too crowded.